Good morning. You've been on self-improvement for a while now, and you often get overwhelmed with the amount of information and advice there is on self-improvement. And oftentimes you're not really able to separate the bullshit from the good advice. And as a result, you very often get overwhelmed because you're not really able to track your progress. You're not really able to see any growth in yourself, and you're just not able to consistently make the kind of progress and see the kind of growth that you want to see in yourself. And it's all because of one reason. It's because you're overly complicating your life for no reason whatsoever. What if I told you the secret behind self-improvement? The ultimate secret is to just keep it simple. Here's exactly what I would advise you if you feel overwhelmed with self-improvement, if you feel like you're not really getting what you were promised with self-improvement. 3 actionable steps that I would recommend to you if I were coaching you. So this is very important, okay? Number 1 is focus at one thing at a time. People often get the shiny object syndrome. As soon as they are consistent with going to the gym for a week, they also want to get consistent with their diet. They also want to get consistent with doing cardio. They also want to get consistent with waking up early in the morning. But guess what? They're not able to after just 10 days of doing all of that. They get overwhelmed because they're not used to that kind of life. They're not used to that kind of a hustle. Why are you doing something that you're not used to, that you're not informed about? You can't manage that level of pressure upon yourself. So why do that in the first place? What I would recommend is just start with one thing and work towards solidifying that to its maximum. If you're going to the gym, don't go to the gym for 10 days and then just add something more into your daily routine to make it more productive. Start going to the gym and go to the gym for 100 days at a row, and make sure that you don't skip a single day, and make sure that you progress and keep improving yourself. And that's when you can start adding other stuff to your daily routine. Number 2 is building a habit is a little bit complicated. But if I had to just give you one advice to make sure that you succeed, to increase your chances of success in building any sort of habit, it would be to don't build the habit of doing the activity itself at first. Build the habit of just showing up. So if you want to build the habit of going to the gym, just tell yourself that in the beginning, for the first 20 days, you're only required to go to the gym first. And if you go to the gym, you can choose whether or not you want to work out. If you work out, that's amazing. This way, you're making sure that you build the habit of showing up first, because that is often the most resistance you have towards from your brain. Your brain doesn't say don't go work out today, it says don't go to the gym, because it's like it shows you all the steps broken down. It shows you that you're going to have to tie up your shoes, you're going to have to pack your bag, you're going to have to change, then after coming back to the gym, you're going to have to shower, you're going to have to work out, choose exercises. There's so many stuff that your brain spreads out in front of you as excuses, as things that you have to overcome in order to complete that task. And if you just show up at the gym, your brain's like, you're already here, you might as well work out. If you don't believe me, you genuinely don't have to, but just trust me and do this for 10 days. Just tell yourself that the only thing you're required to do is show up at the gym, and tell me that you didn't work out for the 10 days. Just come back and shit on me on this in the comments below. The third piece of advice that I have to give you is something that I heard from Alex Hormozi. It's called build momentum first, then add friction. This is almost identical to the second point that I said, is to build the habit of showing up first, but it's a little bit more complicated. Before you make it difficult for yourself, meaning before you start going to the gym for 1.5 hours or 2 hours a day, before you get to that point, make sure that you're extremely comfortable going to the gym. Make sure that you know how to use every single machine. Make sure you're comfortable with most of the employees at the gym. Make sure you're comfortable with the particular weights that you're using at the moment. Make sure that you're acquainted with every single thing that you do in the gym right now, so then you can improve the quality of your output. Unless you are extremely bored with the process of whatever you're doing right now, I wouldn't consider you to be an expert in that field. Like, I've been going to the gym for almost 6-7 years now, and at this point on my life, I would consider myself an expert in the gym. So build momentum first. Make the process as easy for yourself to do as possible. That means that you need to be extremely comfortable with I'm just using the gym analogy throughout so you can understand this better, but make sure that your way towards the gym is like you know all the shortcuts and you know all the long cuts. So there's no like, if one particular road is blocked one day, you don't just go back home, you go take another route. So just like that, like micro analyze the entire process and make it as efficient as possible, and then you can make it a little more difficult. Then you can say, like, instead of going by a bike, I can instead jog my way to the gym. So first, make the process as easy for yourself as possible, to the point where even if you give yourself excuses, it's impossible for you to miss the gym. Right now I'm at a stage where if I tell myself that I'm not going to the gym because I'm too sore, when my alarm rings for going to the gym, I just end up going to the gym anyway, even if I have decided that I'm not going to the gym. That is the point where you want to reach, and then you can add friction to your life. Most people do it completely opposite. They first add friction and then they make the process more streamlined, then they build momentum, and this way you're always going to fail. If you found this video valuable, there is a survey form in the description below. If you fill that up, I'm going to contact you, and then you'll be eligible to get enrolled in a free program that I'm holding. It's going to be a series of workshops where I'm going to hold you accountable every single day, and I'm going to teach you different things about self-improvement, how to build discipline, how to build habits, how to be more consistent with your discipline, and how to actually get benefits from your self-improvement habits instead of just stopping in between and just being satisfied with mediocre results. If that is something that you're interested in, it's completely free. All I need from you is to actually follow through the entire process and get the transformation. If you do that, I'll be more than happy. That's all I'm looking for right now. So if that sounds interesting, click the link below. It's a completely free form, and fill it up. A lot of people don't know this. I feel like most people think I've been going to the gym for a long time, and that I've been working out for a long time, so it's obvious that I have this physique. It's actually not true. I've been working out since I was 13 years old. I'm 19-year-old right now, and I have made more progress in the last year than I have made all of my life. And that's not because I just had an upsurge of testosterone or I just suddenly hit puberty. It's because I actually went all in on one task. I focused on this one thing. I simplified my life as much as possible. I applied all those 3 things. I focused on one thing. I built the habit of showing up, and I built momentum first, and then I added friction. First, I was only doing like the basic exercises. I was only doing push-ups, and I was doing lateral raises, and I was doing 2 or 3 exercises per muscle group per day, and I was only going to the gym like 3 or 4 times a week. And then I decided, like, slowly, gradually, I worked my way up to going to the gym every single day and making amazing progress with it. So I applied all those processes, and I focused on just one task, that is going to the gym. And I simplified my diet as much as possible. I made sure that I'm at least getting as much protein as possible while staying under my calories. When you make these small, tiny, simple changes into your daily routine, daily life, and you make it your lifestyle, not like a short-term goal, that's when you start to see differences. That's when you start to see progress into your life. Because it's not the complicated, fancy stuff that gives you the results. It's not jogging every single day in the rain, David Goggins style, that's going to help you lose fat. It's saying no to the 5 rupees dairy milk or the 10 rupees dairy milk. I don't know how much it costs anymore. I haven't had dairy milk in such a long time. It's saying no to these tiny little cravings that helps you lose weight until the point where I learned how to say no to the bullshit that I was eating, until the point where I started going to the gym every single day, until the point where I built a habit of consistently showing up at the gym. I did not make any progress whatsoever. If you saw me 13-year-old and if you saw me like 17-18-year-old, you would barely be able to say any difference whatsoever. Like, obviously there was some muscle that I put on, there was a lot of height that I put on because I was still growing. I didn't have like a visual transformation. That happened just last year. So that should really tell you the importance of focusing on one thing, showing up every single day, and first building momentum, then adding friction. In order to make sure that you succeed in whatever I'm telling you and that you actually implement what I'm telling you, here's an actionable step. Comment down below that one thing that you're not really able to improve towards, and that is your main focus right now, but you're diverging your focus to multiple things in order to improve towards that one thing. I know there's a lot of bullshit that you're trying that you know is not working, but you're doing them anyway because some YouTuber on the internet told you to. Just implement this one thing. Comment down below that one thing that you know is helpful for you, that you have to do consistently every single day. Focus on that one thing for the next 100 days. Build the habit of showing up before anything else. And lastly, build momentum and then add friction. Before you try to improve the quality of your work, before you try to improve the volume of your output, first build momentum. Just implement these 3 things for the next 100 days. And I promise you, I guarantee you, if you don't get the results, you can comment dislike on this video. If you implement this currently, I guarantee that you will make the most progress of your life in that one area. Bruce Lee said that he's not scared of that person who has practiced 10,000 kicks one time. He's scared of the person who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. That should tell you a lot about the quality of your work instead of the quantity of your work. if you spread your focus across different things, your energy output towards each of these things like get reduced. Instead, when you work towards just one thing, your energy output exponentially increases. I don't think I have to say anything further to solidify my beliefs towards that one statement. I'm building a community of high value men or men who want to become high value. If you think you're one of them, subscribe to my channel right now so my videos can find you more easily and I can help you in your own self-improvement journey by videos just like this every Monday and Thursday. And I'll see you in the next video.